Baik, dunia kini menyaksikan inflasi menyusut namun kadar faedah masih tinggi. Menurut pengarah urusan dana kewangan antarabangsa IMF Kristalina Georgieva, pertumbuhan ekonomi dunia juga adalah positif dan ini kali pertama disaksikan dalam sejarah dunia.
When we look into the past, over the last decades, every inflation episode would require interest rates to go up, and the response would be inflation would go down, but at the price of recession. This is the first time so far when inflation is being brought down. Interest rates are still somewhat high, and yet we have admittedly below historic average, but still quite a positive growth. We have 3.3%. Historic average was around 3.8. So when we look at the next stage, if we succeed to bring inflation down and yet retain the economy functioning so people have jobs and, as Tharman said, they get more confidence, that would be a very good outcome.
Sementara itu, mengulas tentang ucapan Donald Trump yang menyebut bahawa Kesatuan Eropah bersikap tidak adil terhadap Amerika Syarikat, Presiden Bank Pusat Eropah berkata, ukuran hubungan dua hala bukan hanya hitam putih, sebaliknya berstruktur.
What is true is that there has to be negotiations, there has to be trade relationships that are organized in a framework that is giving confidence to the partners. It cannot be about, removing all the rules, ignoring the institutions. The world has, 190 plus countries that are members of the IMF, the World Bank, the WTO, 191. And it's about all of us operating together, as Tharman said earlier on. So, yes, you sit at the table, yes, you negotiate, yes, some countries are in a stronger position than others, but we all need each other. If there is one thing that the Europeans have learned over the course of time since the end of the Second World War, is that you cannot go alone. You have to work together. You have to respect each other's.
Beliau berkata demikian dalam sesi panel Global Economic Outlook di World Economic Forum di Davos, Switzerland. Sementara itu, Presiden Singapura menggambarkan krisis kepercayaan yang wujud seluruh dunia. Beliau berkata tiada negara boleh makmur secara bersendirian.
We have to avoid moving in a gradual, grinding way towards fragmentation and towards some breaking up of the world into blocks. It's a real risk. So what do we do? Using all the agency we have, the middle powers, India, ASEAN, Europe, Japan, the international institutions, what do we do in between those two extremes, between the unattainable ideal of prosperity being indivisible and avoiding at all cost a zero-sum world? There's a lot we can do. There's a lot that we can do. But start from the reality that there are strengths in each of our nations, very well described. The US has a unique set of markets and institutions that drives innovation in a way that no other nation or region does. And as Christine says, Europe has human capital, and I mean it not just in terms of expertise, but in terms of values. It's a font of the values that we admire in today's world. Asia has a desire to keep opening up, to keep breaking barriers. Asia is still striking FTA deals. And we now have the UK joining the CPTPP, and there's several others on the waiting list. So build on these strengths.
Trump dalam ucapannya secara maya di WEF 2025 menyenaraikan apa yang beliau sifatkan ketidakadilan terhadap Amerika Syarikat. Ia termasuk soal perdagangan dengan EU dan China.